In this video, we will be looking at the Unit 2 Keystone materials, which includes biochemistry, water, pH, macromolecules, and enzymes. You're going to need to pause this video in order to have enough time to write down some of the answers, because I'm going to go through it pretty quickly. Page 5 says, describe how the unique properties of water enable it to support life on Earth. The first thing we'll look at is water's hydrogen bonds. You can see that water is connected through its hydrogens, and these hydrogen bonds are a unique situation that causes a lot of water molecules to stick to each other. The more water molecules you get together, the stronger their bonds become. So that's one of water's unique qualities. The second thing is polarity. To be polar simply means that you have a positive side and a negative side. It also means that opposites attract. So like you can see in our water molecule over here, the slightly positive hydrogens are attracted to the slightly negative oxygen molecule. Third thing is that water is called the universal solvent. This isn't entirely true. Water is an excellent solvent and it dissolves lots of stuff, but it only dissolves other polar molecules. It will not dissolve non-polar molecules, which are fats, oils, and waxes. Water is less dense as a solid. Remember, water exists in 3 states: solids, liquids, and gases. When water is frozen, it expands. This is going to make it less dense. And so when you look at a pond or a small body of water and you have the frozen ice on top of the surface, it's floating on top, providing insulation for the non-frozen water below. This is going to enable fish and other organisms to be able to survive even when the top of the pond is frozen. Water has a high specific heat. Specific heat is the amount of energy needed to raise the temperature of water of 1 milliliter by 1 degree Celsius. So the energy needed to raise the temperature of any substance, 1 milliliter of any substance, by 1 degree Celsius. Water has a high specific heat. So what that means is it takes a lot of energy to raise the temperature of water by 1 degree Celsius. This makes water a really good insulator. The other thing is, because most of our planet is made up of water, the water on our planet, the oceans and the big lakes, they control our climate. They act as heat sinks, absorbing a lot of the sun's heat and energy. Next is cohesion and adhesion. Cohesion is the idea that water molecules are attracted to other water molecules, and we know that this is true because opposites attract. Adhesion, you want to think of an adhesive. Water wants to stick to other things. This is called, this leads to capillary action, and you see this happening when you see how water moves through the capillaries and vascular tissue of a plant from the roots up to the leaves. So those are unique properties of water that enable it to support life on Earth. If you want to learn more about the hydrogen bonds in water, I'd like you to Google Khan Academy hydrogen bonds, and there's a pretty good explanation about that right there. You can also look back at any of our Unit 2 materials that you can find in the materials section of Schoology. Describe the importance of water's polarity for the dissolving of substances like ions and other polar molecules. Because of its polarity and ability to form hydrogen bonds, water makes an excellent solvent, meaning that it can dissolve many different kinds of molecules. Most of the chemical reactions important to life take place in a watery environment inside of cells, and water's capacity to dissolve a wide variety of molecules is key in allowing these chemical reactions to take place. Sample question: Which statement best describes the effect of low density of frozen water in a lake? The correct answer here is pretty easy. It's going to be C. When water freezes, it expands, decreasing the water level in a lake. So it's not A. Water in a lake freezes from the top down, it doesn't kill most aquatic organisms. When water in a lake freezes, it floats, providing insulation for the organisms below. And I'm not really even sure what D is suggesting there, so we'll skip that. All right, I'm going to do page 6 in the next video.